Hello, my name is William Burke, and this is my final level for level design. So we are a wanted wizard that has been cooped up inside for too long, with an empty plate and a hunger. So we're going to exit the house so that he can cook. We are on his hovering island, beautiful hovering island. Let's go to this cooking station. See if we can remember how to make his grandma's pumpkin, tomato, and turnip mash. Let's grab these ingredients here. He'll add some ingredients to our inventory. We'll interact with this cauldron to cook them. Add the pumpkins first. We'll need to stir one time for each ingredient added. So in this case, since we added one pumpkin, we'll stir one time. Alright. Next we'll add 2 turnips. Stir 2 times because we added 2 turnips. Next we'll add 3 tomatoes and stir 3 times because we added 3 tomatoes. Sweet. It was good mash. He's still hungry. So we're going to need to learn the dissension spell in order to get downwards to the farms and collect more ingredients. So, in order to cast these spells, as he was saying, we will need to type the word that we're prompted with when prompted with a spell in a certain amount of time. So for the downwards one, we're going to click X over here on this hovering rock and spell downwards before the timer runs out. So we can travel downwards with the dissension spell. Next we'll travel upwards with the ascension spell using the same method. Spell upwards. So you use that spell, but we're going to go back to the farm so that we can learn the ripen vision spell. Alright, now that we're at the farm, we'll learn how to use this spell, which will allow us to see ripe crops and not accidentally pick up toxic ones. So let's cast the ripen vision spell on these pumpkins. Alright, so now we can see which pumpkins are ripe. All the other ones are not. So let's go ahead and cast it again and pick up 2, which will add to our ingredients list that we have. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and descend to the next farm and collect turnips. Okay, so now we are at the moon farm. We'll cast the perception or ripen vision spell. We can see the ripe turnips. Need 4 of these. Let's cast it again. Alright, we'll get 1 more. Let's go ahead and head to the final farm. Collect tomatoes. Alright. Let's cast the ripen vision spell on these tomatoes. Collect 6 of them. Let's cast it again. We'll get 2 more. Sweet. We'll go back and cook some more mash for the wizard, otherwise known as ourself. We'll send through all the farms again. We'll go over to the cauldron and we'll do the final cooking sequence. And remember, we have 2 pumpkins, 4 turnips, 6 tomatoes. So we'll add each and stir the appropriate amount of times for each in order to win the game and make the final mash. And there we go. The mash is complete, it's delicious, and our wizard can go back to reading the paper. Alright, so this time around I'd like to go through and show some fail states and some other things. So first let's show the pause menu. So we have a control section that shows you movement, jump, crouch, interaction, keybind, pause, the descend spell keybind, ascend spell keybind, and the ripen vision spell keybind for when you're prompted to use those. And then it shows you what each spell does, how to cast a spell, and how to cook. And you can access this at any time. So if you would ever like to look back, if you forget how to cast a spell or what the mechanic is for that or cooking, you can do that. We also have a fail state over here. If you fall off of the initial island, the screen will fade and you'll start back at the starting area. So let's go ahead and finish this tutorial so we can get to the next area. So if you try to add the wrong ingredient here, you'll be prompted to try again, add the correct ingredient. If you overstir or understir, you'll be prompted to go back and add an ingredient again. So we'll do it the right time, or the right try for this pumpkin, and then we'll go and try to overstir for these turnips. So if we overstir, it'll tell us we overstirred to try again, and then if we understir, it'll tell us we understirred and to try again. So this time we're going to stir the correct amount of times. Alright. Okay. So next, when we get over here to learn the dissension spell, I'm going to show what some fail states on the farms look like. So as he's telling us how to cast these spells, prompts us to tell us that we can use the tutorial section to recall how to cast spells or cook. Next, I'm going to show if you fail a spell, you just get prompted to do it again. So we're going to go down here. The first thing I want to show, after we learn the Ascension spell, is what happens when you pick up toxic vegetables. So if I were to go over here, cast the Perception spell really quickly, once it prompts us to, we can see which ones are ripe. So we see the bulk majority are not ripe. So if I were to go over to one that is not ripe and pick it up, let's collect a ripe one first. So we have one pumpkin. If I were to pick up a toxic one, it'll tell us it's toxic, fade out, spawn us at the beginning of the farm, and reset our inventory. This applies for falling off of the map here as well. So if we have any number of pumpkins, we fall off the map, it'll fade away, and we'll be spawned at the beginning with no pumpkins. Alright, so let's get the correct amount of pumpkins. And we'll go collect ingredients from the rest of the levels, or farms. It's the night farm. So those fail states apply for each farm. So the turnips, let's pick a good one. A bad one will reset us. If we fall off of the map here, that will also reset us. So let's get the right amount. So I need 4. This one. Right, and we'll go to the final farm. Right, and those fail states apply for the tomatoes as well. So if we were to pick up a ripe tomato and go over and try to pick up a toxic one, we'll get reset. However, if we were to do that and fall off of the map as well, we'll get reset. And this time we're going to collect the right amount and not fall off of the map. One more. Right. We'll go back and cook everything. Then the cauldron, once we get to the hovering island. Okay. So I'm going to show a few fail states for the cauldron here. So if off the bat, if we try to add the wrong ingredient, which you're supposed to add pumpkins and then turnips and then tomatoes, if we try to add tomatoes first, we fail the cooking sequence and we'll get reset at the beginning of the cooking area. If we over or under stir here, same thing will happen. So under stirring the cooking sequence, we'll get reset. So let's go ahead and do it the right way this time and finish this game off. Oh, I failed. Oops. Overstirred. And we completed the game. This quiet button will take us out of the game. And thank you for watching.